Hello, everyone, and welcome to another information session. I am your host, Ben Quay from Loyalist recruitment team, and I'm delighted to be here to provide you an overview of the School of Health, Human, and Justice Studies. And what better way to do that than to be joined by the Dean of these schools, June Macdonald Jenkins. June, thanks so much for joining us. And can you tell us a little bit about your professional background?
Absolutely, Ben. Thank you so much. What a wonderful opportunity to have a chance to talk to our future students and current students who might be taking an opportunity to think about what other studies they could pursue in the School of Health, Human, and Justice Studies. My background is actually in nursing. I hail from healthcare. As the Dean of Health, Human, and Justice, though, I have a bit of a breadth and depth of experiences because I've also spent some time as the Dean of Police Services for Durham Regional Police, which gave me a nice foray into the Justice Suite of Studies and those kind of experiences. And of course, as an interprofessional healthcare provider, I worked closely with our social service partners that also encapsulate many of our social service programs, such as social service worker, early childhood education, developmental service worker, and of course, child and youth care. So those are all sort of encapsulated within my school, but I've landed here at Loyalist after many years of working both in the field and through education. So these are very exciting times for me for sure.
Excellent. Excellent overview of your professional background. Thanks so much for providing that. And I'm hoping that we can just give a sense and feel for what students are going to experience. How have you set up these programs, June, so that they're getting all the training that they need to succeed in this field?
The 17 programs within the school all fall under a larger umbrella of public health and public safety, which of course at this point in time is really relevant to what's going certainly on in the world right now. All of those programs take on an interprofessional or interdisciplinary approach, and that's how we've set the school up. There are multiple opportunities to enter pathways so that you can start in one program, such as our Justice Cluster, and that first common year allows you and affords you the ability to move into 4 subsequent programs. You could start out in police foundations, find out that that isn't really what you want to do and that you really want to be a custom service border agent. So in your second year, you can move without missing a step and without having to take additional courses, move into those specific streams. So we've taken that cluster-based approach as a foundational approach of interprofessional development in our school. We do it with fitness, health promotion, rec and leisure services, and our brand new occupational therapy and physiotherapy assist program, which is having its first graduates this year. We're very excited about that. Again, a common curriculum, and then the stream out to the specialty environments. As of course, I'm sure you've heard the very exciting news that the province has agreed to allow colleges now to provide standalone nursing. That again, as we move towards approval to get that program started, will be leveraged on the idea of a PSW to RPN bridge and then an RPN to baccalaureate bridge. Once again, just trying to create multiple pathways and leverage the already existing knowledge and give credit for that so that we can ensure students are achieving the successes that they would like across all programs. Double diplomas are a very common piece as well, direct entry in our social service programs from one program to another. So it's all about access, it's all about availability, it's all about understanding the broader scope of what we provide as employees in this particular sector. Lots of versatility, lots of variety.
Lots of versatility and lots of variety. And you touched on the fact that these programs have a lot of crossover collaboration with one another. And I was wondering if you could also speak to some of the collaborations that you take part in with local industry, local community partners.
Absolutely. One of the things we're most proud about in our school is that there is 100% experiential learning opportunities. That means you won't enter a single program without going into a placement or having a clinical experience in a hospital or the environment that is appropriate or in the back of an ambulance. With the service, our occupational therapy, physiotherapy students are in the hospital. We've been working on work integrated learning projects for some time now. We have a wonderful model where it's integrated directly into the curriculum. So several students will take a work integrated learning stream and they will do special projects. Just in this past year, we've worked with both Quinte Health, we have worked with the John Howard Society, recently just working with the justice system to create an interdisciplinary and interprofessional video associated with youth incarceration and sort of the journey through the court system with Justice DeLuzio and the Crown attorneys who were so wonderful in giving of their time. And even just this week, hearing about a highly successful project that our students are doing to do an intergenerational home sharing project with international students that are healthy elderly with Hastings Quinte Paramedic Service and their community paramedic program. Just incredible examples of our students working directly on projects in real life, learning and living in the moment with actual projects that are moving forward versus just the theoretical application of a case study. We've got them in there, we've got them touching it, they're impacting it, and it's changing the nature of how we provide education at Loyalist College.
Absolutely wonderful overview there, June, of what you're offering students who are entering these programs. And I was hoping that we could discuss a little bit in terms of what advice you would be able to provide a student who's entering the School of Study. What kind of tips do you have from your experience that you would like to provide them?
Well, what I love about Loyalist, and we call them Loyalist leaders, every student has the ability and opportunity to be a leader on any given day at Loyalist. And we do this through a variety of things that are so foundational at our institution. We believe in social justice, we believe in advocacy, we believe in stewardship and giving back to our community. And all of those things are so ingrained and so fundamentally embedded into all of the programs in the school that students are given really unique opportunities to step up and stand out in our community. So my tips and my advice would be, the reason you should choose Loyalist is we do have small class sizes. We are a destination college for a variety of reasons, but I think primarily the most important reason that I consider as a destination college is you will have a learning experience like you will have nowhere else. You will be known. We will know the dean will know your name, and for good reasons, honestly. And we are a small community. We look after our own. We care for everyone in such an incredible way. And I once had a student say to me, you know who the dean knows what your name is, who you are and who your name is, and says hello to you. How many other institutions can you walk through the hall and have that relationship with the administrative team as well as your faculty team, who are wonderfully caring individuals who go above and beyond every day to ensure that students can be the best version of success that they know how to map for themselves.
Wonderful. That seems to be the theme in these info sessions, a close-knit college community that really welcomes our students and makes them feel comfortable so that they can succeed in their field of study. And I was hoping as well, because there's obviously so many of our wonderful programs within this school discipline that provide such a great opportunity for students to really train and enhance their skills. But are there any, June, that you feel kind of fly a little bit under the radar, or perhaps would just result in a wonderful career opportunity locally and abroad across Canada that you'd like to highlight in today's info session?
Absolutely, Ben. Obviously, I love them all. But in particular, we have a few programs that I often feel get a little lost in the shuffle because people seem to feel there's not an opportunity for it to move forward. And I couldn't disagree more. Our personal support worker program is a 2-semester program that has multiple pathways as we continue to move them forward. And as I stated earlier, with the option of the new standalone, a big piece of that will be that they can move from personal supports. They want to dabble in healthcare, figure out, and of course, there's never been a time where we've required more health human resources than we do right now. It's not even in a pandemic, it's a critical time in Ontario to ensure the health human workforce moves forward. So a program like Personal Support Worker also has the option to do a postgraduate after they've had some experience with care of vulnerable populations. Another new postgraduate program which focuses on palliative care and gerontological considerations. It's a specialty for this group, who they can then leverage and take that education towards advanced standing and credit into our practical nursing program. And again, advanced standing into our degree program. So these are entry-level programs where folks often look at them, but they give them an incredible opportunity to develop foundational skills and development in healthcare that can then carry them into a variety of programs, including health, fitness, and health promotion, paramedicine, all of the other wonderful options that we have in health, occupational therapy, physiotherapy assist. So I often think it gets overlooked along the way, but I call it a gateway. It's a gateway program. So that gets you in. It's an access program that if you're just dabbling your foot in health and you're not really sure, within 2 quick semesters, you have a viable work option to give you opportunities to then pursue the other credentials associated with it. So I hope people really think about that, because we certainly have a critical shortage across the province, across the country, and we're happy to have you, even if it's the beginning of a long learning journey or if it's the encapsulation of a dream of something you always wanted to do. So we'd be happy to have you there.
Some great insights there, certainly. And I finally kind of want to wrap up today's info session by asking you a couple of questions. And that is, what do you love about Loyalist College? And what do you feel as the dean of this school that the students who are currently applied into these programs love about Loyalist as well?
So for me personally, Ben, and this is my favorite question when my colleagues from around the province ask me why the move to Loyalist and what the love was. What I've come to love about Loyalist, because I didn't know all the secrets when I first applied, but what I've come to love is I call it the great hug. So I always make two comments. I go, students who would otherwise never be successful, I believe, in post-secondary are highly successful at Loyalist College. And the reason they are is because we do have small groups. We have those very focused and caring faculty, but we have student support services like no place I have ever worked. You can see a counselor when you need it. You can have tutoring support on the spot. If you need help, we'll find it. And if we can't find it in that moment, we'll find it within 5 minutes later. So we have an opportunity to support students. And I always say, it's not that we take students and drag them across the line. That never happens. What we do is we lift students up and support them in a manner that they can easily be successful on their own, and that's what we want. So that's probably the thing that makes me love Loyalist the most, is it is incredibly student-centered. That's our entire focus, and that's how we decision make, and that's how we support their success and our success. What students say they love about us is they love the relationships. They get the relational approach. They understand relationship management, and they know they can talk to their faculty. They know they get support services, and they know, again, they can talk to their dean when they need to. We have open door policies, and we mean it. We live our philosophy. We absolutely do. We know they're going places, and we want to be part of that journey, and we're invested. We're invested right along with them. I think that's what they love about us the most.
I couldn't agree more, June. And again, thanks so much for joining me for today's info session. If you're interested in applying to the School of Health, Human, and Justice Study programs at Loyalist College, we'd love for you to ask us a question in the comment section of this video. We're going to get you all the information that you need so that you can begin your journey at Loyalist College this fall. We're accepting applications right now at ontariocolleges.ca and covering your application fee, which is a $95 value. Again, if you have questions, comment down below. We'll get back to you as soon as possible. And thanks again for joining me during today's info session, June.
Thanks, Ben. It was a pleasure.